How to paint the fiberglass fountain. Whenever you're dealing with painting a moisture-rich surface, imperviousness to water has to be a top priority. With a fountain that's always wet, this means choosing a paint that's not only durable, but also shrugs off water easily without any effect on paint bond or color. Epoxy swimming pool paint meets both those requirements. The paint goes on smoothly like any other epoxy coating, hardening into a durable coating that resists the small dings and scratches of normal wear and tear. In addition, epoxy pool paint is largely unaffected by water, lasting years without loss of color due to its high UV protection. Things you will need: screwdriver, wrench, bleach, bucket, sponge, brass bristle brush, epoxy primer, paintbrush. Epoxy pool paint. Turn the pump directing water through the fountain off, and then remove the pump mechanism with screwdriver and wrench, leaving only the fiberglass fountain body behind. Clean any dirt or debris from the fountain using a cleanser created from 1 cup of bleach mixed in with 1 gallon of water in a 2-gallon bucket. Use a sponge and a brass bristled brush to clean all of the nooks and crannies of the fountain. The bristles of a brass brush are softer than a steel wire brush and will not scratch the fountain surface. Rinse the cleanser from the fiberglass and allow the fountain to dry completely for about 3 hours. Apply an epoxy primer to the fountain in 2 thin layers to build up the primer coat. Use a paintbrush, working from the top of the fountain to the bottom to apply the primer, and make sure that you've covered the molded color of the fiberglass is completely in primer color. Give the primer 2 hours drying time before continuing. Apply your top coat of epoxy pool paint color over the primer coat, working as you did with the primer from top to bottom. Use multiple thin layers, allowing each layer to dry for about an hour until you cover the primer layer. Allow the last layer 7 days of curing time before reconnecting the pumping mechanism and restarting the fountain.